There's a little poem that says everything. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is God's gift. That's why it's called the present. We've all had horrors in our lives. We've all been through bad things. We all are going through tough things. You can get through. Don't wallow in it. Push forward and do it with humor.
Last night I said to my husband, what's your favorite sexual position? He said, next door.
I like to think of myself as a person that breaks traditions in comedy. If this is where comedy is, let's get it to another level now. Let's take it to another level. Because if you don't, you're going to end up down here while everyone else is moving up.
My mother was truly a trailblazer, but long before the world came to know Joan Rivers, a young woman named Joan Malinsky entered through the gates of New York City's Barnard College.
Yes, Joan Malinsky, a philosophy major.
This is Joan Malinsky's yearbook picture from Barnard College. Today she is Joan Rivers.
Oh, you talk about tragic.
Were you smarty pants when you went to college?
No, you saw from that picture, I was just lucky they let me in without a bowl and water. No, I was very shy and very quiet, but knew I wanted to be an actress, you know. Very intense, a big, fat, intense girl.
You weren't a class clown?
Oh, no. No, I was into truth and beauty and carrying a rose. Barnard girls aren't clowns. Barnard girls are doers. They had great respect for women, and they never said you're a woman and you can. You are a person and you can do anything. And that was absolutely the spirit on the campus. You would go to parties and always the smartest girl there was from Barnard. Not necessarily the prettiest, but always the smartest.
After leaving Barnard, my mom became one of the first successful female comics by breaking the rules.
Bo Derek is can we talk? She is playing stupid. We were walking through NBC, we saw a sign that said wet floor. She did.
Very hard to do for a woman. And still stay feminine.
Look at you! Always in the front row. Look at you. You have knockers, I have doorbells. I am so...
As a child, I always thought, one day I'll be in Hollywood. One day I'll be in Hollywood, I'll be a star. And then suddenly there you are in cement, and that's wonderful. Also now when people spit on me, I don't have to be there.
But all of my mom's successes didn't come easy, and Barnard prepared her for the hard times, too.
How would life have changed if you were graduating now, do you think?
I think I would have had a much easier time. I think I broke a lot of barriers for women because I was the first one to really speak about truth. I came out and said on stage, we were all saying in closets to each other. And people were in shock and still are.
A girl, you're 30 years old, you're not married, you're an old maid. A man, he's 90 years old, he's not married, he's a catch. It's a whole different thing.
She was one of the only women in a comedy world dominated by men.
My wedding night was a disaster because I have 0, 0. My husband said, let me help you with the buttons, and I said... I said I'm naked!
They just weren't ready to hear things come out of a woman's mouth. You can't say that. You say, would you say that to Robin Williams? Would you say that to Richard Pryor? No, then why are you saying that to me?
It wasn't all about work for my mom, who devoted much of her time to family.
People expect my mother to be the same person they see on TV, and she's at home. My friends meet her for the first time, and they're just like, wow, she's nothing like that. You know, she's normal.
I love you, Mom.
And I love you.
She's actually very sensitive and nice and sweet. I've been told.
What is the best parenting advice you think I ever gave you?
The best parenting advice you ever gave me is the same as the best life advice you
Which
ever
is?
gave me. This too shall pass. On September 4th, 2014, the world lost Joan Rivers, comic legend, Barnard grad, mother.
How would I like to be remembered? That she was the funniest woman that ever lived.